you keep breaking barriers, at some point they're going to break your head. So like as a comedian, I'm like, well, like, let's see who breaks what faster.
Well, hopefully barriers. Hi, everyone. Today we're excited to welcome Neelab Sarabi, a stand-up comedian, writer, and social activist. Beyond her comedy, Neelab is also a successful figure in the marketing world with features on The Today Show, Teen People's Magazine, Elle Girl, and The Wired. Despite her achievements, Neelab couldn't ignore the injustices faced by women in Afghanistan, and she's using comedy as a tool to raise awareness and open ears to their hardships. Let's dive into her journey. Hi, Neelab. It's great to see you.
Hi, Dana. Thank you for having me.
Of course. To start, could you tell us a bit about yourself and your background, including your experiences as a refugee and your journey to becoming a stand-up comedian?
Absolutely. That's actually a pretty good book at some point. But yeah, I was born in Afghanistan, and when I was 10 years old, my family had to move from Afghanistan to Pakistan, and I lived as a refugee in Pakistan for about 7 years. And then I ended up in the United States. And when I came to the US, the first few years, I was just busy doing what you do when you come to the land of opportunities, looking for all sorts of opportunities. And I ended up, I mean, I was married, so I had two beautiful children. And I ended up going back to school when the timing was right and got a degree in psychology, specifically social psychology. And as I was going through some hardships, personal and some more so as a woman of Afghanistan in the United States, and just being one of the millions of women of Afghanistan, I found that comedy was a good way for me to sort of deal with a lot of the hardships and a lot of the heartbreak. So at one point, with the encouragement, a lot of encouragement from my friends, I decided to just take that route and dive into stand-up comedy, sort of more as a my version of social justice than an actual profession. And it's been a challenging field, but I am pushing forward.
Yeah, I think you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
What specific stories of resistance and resilience have you heard from women in Afghanistan that have particularly moved or inspired you?
Oh my gosh. If there's one thing that keeps me a little bit hopeful for the future of women of Afghanistan, especially those that are in Afghanistan right now, is the resilience of the women there. And there, I don't want to give up just yet. I can't give you a lot of details because of security concerns in Afghanistan, but I do work with a couple of NGOs that provide schooling for girls, and they are still continuing on with education past the sixth grade and through either partnerships with American or international schools. So we do a lot of that. And I see that in the midst of this really dark, the darkest days in the history of women of Afghanistan, at least since I was put on earth. And they are still pushing forward. And just recently, we saw in the Paralympics that a woman from Afghanistan who had just become a refugee and had just gone to France after the Taliban took over Afghanistan again, actually won a bronze medal, the first medal for the refugee team in Paralympics.